한숨을 내쉬고 두려움에 맞설 때 내게 들려온 한마디 지금부터 시작해봐 앞을 달려 Running running 세상에 소리쳐 막다른 길이 나타나도 난 괜찮아 지금부터 시작해봐 앞을 달려 Running running 너와 함께라면 모든 날 속 있어 끝없이 달려봐 거친 세상 속 삶이 나를 누르고 점점 버거워질 때 내게 건네온 그 손길 한 번 더 일어나라고 때론 울기도 하고 때론 소리치지만 내겐 절대로 지울 수 없는 나만의 중심 위에서 남과 다른 시선에 또다시 뒤처지
Types of social groups. Number 1. Groups according to social ties primary group. Number 2. Groups according to self-identification. Number 3. Groups according to purpose special interest group. Number 4. Groups according to geographical location and degree or quality of relationship. Gemeinschaft. It refers to a social system in which most relationships are personal or traditional. It is a community of intimate, private, and exclusive living and familism. Culture is homogeneous and traditional bound. So, Gemeinschaft is a group in which individual takes into account the needs and the interests of a group as much as, if not more than, their own self-interest. Gemeinschaft can be based on shared space and belief as well as kinship. For example, an individual born to a farmer will come to occupy the parent's role for the rest of his or her life. Gesellschaft. This is a social system in which most relationships are impersonal, formal, contractual, or bargain-like. Relationships are individualistic, business-like, secondary, and rationalized. Culture is heterogeneous and more advanced. Unlike Gemeinschaft, Gesellschaft places more emphasis on secondary relationships rather than familial or community bonds. It entails achieved rather than ascribed status. Example of Gesellschaft social groups includes corporations, diverse countries, social clubs, and universities. Number 5. Groups according to form of organization. Formal group. It is also called social organization. It is deliberately formed and its purpose and objectives are explicitly defined. Its goals are clearly stated and the division of labor is based on a member's ability or merit. Bureaucracy refers to a hierarchical arrangement in a large-scale, formal organization in which part of the organization are ordered in a manner of pyramid based on a division of function and authority. Weaver identified the following characteristics of a bureaucracy. Number 1. Position and office are clearly defined. Number 2. The hierarchical arrangement of authority, rights, and obligation is physically drawn and clear-cut. Number 3. The personnel are selected on the basis of technical or professional qualification and expert training and competence through competitive examination. Number 4. Define rules govern official behavior. Number 5. Security of tenure and the pursuit of a career with a promotion in the hierarchy are assured.
Informal group. This group arises spontaneously out of the interaction of two or more persons. It is unplanned, it has no explicit rules for membership, and does not have specific objectives to be attained. It has the characteristics of primary groups and members are bound by emotions and sentiments. The informal group are those groups that get created spontaneously as soon as individuals start interacting with each other. It is assumed that more activities people share with each other, more will be the interaction among them and more sentiments they generate for each other. And the example of this are gangs, barkadas, or a group of friends. Group size. Size plays an important role in how group members interact. To understand the effects of group size, consider the mathematical number of relationships among 2 to 7 people. Increasing the number of people one at a time, they expand the number of relationships much more rapidly since every new individual can interact with everyone already there. Another example for this is there is a group of 6 people eating dinner together at a table.
The dyad in psychology, a dyad refers to pair of person in an interactional situation. The strength of the relationship is evaluated on the basis of time the individuals spend together as well as an emotional intensity of their relationship. A dyad can be unstable because both persons must cooperate to make it work. If one of the two fails to complete their duties, the group would fall apart. Because of the significance of marriage in society, their stability is very important. For this reason, marital dyads are often enforced through legal, economic, and religious laws. So, based on my understanding, ang dyad is binubuo siya ng two person na both in relationship and they have responsibilities as a partner na i-perform yung duty nila na para paggampanan kung ano yung mga dapat nilang i-sustain and yung stability ng relasyon nila. Kasi if isa sa kanila ang nag-fail na parang gampanan yon, hindi siya matatawag na dyad kasi hindi na fulfill nung isa yung dapat na mga responsibilities niya as a partner ng husband ba niya or wife niya ba. So I have samples here, a patient and a therapist. So, sample nung therapist at saka patient, syempre, kailangan nila ng connection. Meron silang relationship, pero hindi siya matatawag na yung romantic na relationship. So, ang relationship nila is as a patient and a therapist. So, parang yung trabaho niya at saka yung role din ng patient. As a patient, so kailangan niyang, meron siyang mga responsibilidad na dapat niyang i-share kung ano ba ang dapat niya nanaing niya sa puso niya, kung ano bang problema niya. And yung therapist naman, gagawin niya rin yung duty niya, yung profession niya na gamutin, yung parang pagalingin yung patient niya. So, meron pa rin relationship na naganap doon. Matatawag siyang dyad. And another one is a woman and her husband. So, common naman siya na parang wife and husband, mag-asawa. And the last is the girl and her stepfather. So, ang masasabi kasi pag hindi ibig sabihin na pag mag-jowa lang or mag-asawa lang ang mayroong relasyon. Kasi, for example here, meron akong yung a daughter and a stepfather. So, ang stepfather, meron din siyang role, meron siyang responsibility as a stepfather. So, ang daughter din, meron din siyang mga responsibilities na dapat pagtugma sila ng stepfather niya. Kasi, kahit stepfather yun, may relationship na eh. Kasi stepfather, ibig sabihin, asawa siya ng mother ng babae, ng daughter. So, kailangan nila mag-build ng relationship together to make their family happy or parang ipa-strong pa nila yung family nila. So, meron silang mga responsibilities. So, dapat nilang gawin yun. At parang panagutan talaga, maging responsable lang sa mga responsibilidad. Ganun. So, yun siya, may relationship na nangyari. Dyad ang tawag pa rin doon. According to Miller, triads can take various forms. All three members of the triad can be in relationship with each other, or one member may be the pivot in the V relationship. A V relationship, like the V shape, means one person, the pivot, is in a relationship with the two people, and those two people, although consenting, are not in a relationship with each other. So, based on my understanding again, ang triad ay binubuo ng tatlong tao na magkarelasyon na merong agreement na nangyari na parang tatlo sila nag-agree sa relasyon na yun. Kasi hindi naman siya common para sa atin, di ba, na merong magkarelasyon na tatlo. So, parang rare lang tayo makita ng magkarelasyon na. So, yun nga. Rare lang tayo makita ng ganun na relasyon na tatlo-tatlo. Kasi, syempre tayo, di ba, gusto natin na loyal lang, solo lang, yung parang gusto din na dyad lang, nandun na tayo kasi mayroon sa law, yung ganon. So, ito naman sa triad, ito yung parang gusto pang mag-try ng more than one, parang ganon. Meron akong nakita dati sa Facebook na video na couple sila, mag-asawa. Parang hindi sila na kontento sa love na binibigay nila sa isa't isa. Na parang naghanap sila ba ng parang more excitement, more parang pampaano ng relasyon nila, pampabuhay, gana, ganon. Nag-design silang dalawa na parang mag-add ng another one in sa relasyon nila. Tapos, yung i-agreehan nila yung dalawa na mag-add. So, at the end of the day, yung tatlo na yun, I'm happy sila sa decision nila. So, nasa tao pa rin talaga yan kung ano ang decision nila sa buhay, kung gusto ba nila ng triad na ganun. Pero para sa akin, hindi ako agree sa ganun. Pero yun ang explanation niya. Tapos, ito naman sa isa, yung sa V relationship daw. For example, is yung dalawang tao, tapos merong isa na nag-connect sa kanila, which is, siya yung pivot na ginasabi. Kaya nga V-shape siya, kasi yung dalawa, hindi sila nag-contact dalawa, pag wala yung isa yung pivot na nag-connect sa kanila. So, pag wala ang pivot, walang connection na nangyayari between of two of them. Parang, yun ang connection nila, yung pivot, parang ganun. So, matatawag siya na triad pag tatlo nga sila sa isang relationship na yon. So, I have example here na a relationship of two brothers and one sister. So, yun. Hindi siya porket relasyon, love, ana-ana. Mayroon din siyang two brothers and one sister. Meron mang nangyaring doon. So, tatlo sila. Basta three or a set of group of three or things. Yun siya, matatawag siyang triad. Another one, a couple and one person. Yun na nga yung sample ko, yung couple, tapos nag-add sila ng one person kasi pampagana daw ng nila, pampabuhay or experience or nag-explore sila ng more than just a couple. So yun, nagpasali sila sa relationship nila. So, yun, triad din yun. So, last one, two girlfriends and one boyfriend. So, yung pivot, yun yung sample ko, yung dalawang babae and isang lalaki na nag-hold ng relationship nila na hindi mabubuo ang triad kung wala ang lalaki, ang pivot na yung boyfriend.
Social network. A network is a web of weak social ties. Think of a network as a fuzzy group containing people who came into occasional contact but who lack a sense of boundaries and belongings. If you think of a group as a circle of friends, then we might describe a network as a social web. Some networks are close to being group. Network ties may be weak, but they can be powerful resource. Networks are based on people's colleges, clubs, neighborhoods, political parties, and personal interests. Some networks contain people with more wealth, power, and prestige than others. Gender also shapes networks.
New information technology has generated a global network of unprecedented size in the form of the internet through social network sites. Formal organizations. A century ago, most people lived in small groups of family, friends, and neighbors. Today, our lives revolve more and more around formal organizations. Formal organizations such as business, corporations, and government agencies differ from families and neighborhoods. Amitai Edziun in 1975 identified three types of formal organization. Types of formal organizations. The first type of formal organization is utilitarian organization. This is defined as a formal organization where a group of individuals join to receive a monetary reward or any other type of incentive that is offered to the people joining that organization. When you say formal organization, it is formed to serve a specific purpose or meet set goals, and when you say monetary reward, it means financial rewards provided to employees for meeting their goals. This may include cash awards, bonuses, commission, and gift cards. This is the organization one will join if an income is being made. Being a member of this type of organization has the purpose of making a living. Yung mga taong sumasali sa organization na ito ay may purpose, yun ay dahil sa monetary reward. These organizations pay people for their efforts. Ito yung kumbaga kapag may itinanim ka, may aanihin ka. Kumbaga yung effort na gagawin mo ay may kapalit, which is yung monetary reward. Ang organization na ito ay nakadepende pa rin sa choice ng tao if sasali o hindi. An example of utilitarian organization is colleges or universities because it is a prominent example where the students have to pay large amounts as fees to gain knowledge and skills that will benefit them in their career in later days. As return, the students will receive credentials and a diploma. The second type is normative organizations, also called voluntary organizations, are based on shared interest. Joining them is voluntary and typically done because people find membership rewarding in an intangible way. Intangible means things that cannot be seen or touched, it can only be felt. Normative organization kasi nga voluntary yung mga sumasali and yung willingness nila at interest na makatulong, yung desire nila na makahelp sa iba at hindi nakabase sa kung anong bagay o pera nakapalit sa effort na gagawin nila para sa iba. An example for this organization is Red Cross, where you will find volunteers from most parts of the world joining the organization to fight common causes. We all know what is Red Cross. They protect life and health and to ensure respect for the human being. The last type of formal organization is coercive organization. It is defined as a formal organization where the members are pressurized to join. It is in fact an organization where the members does not seek the membership voluntarily but are forced to do so. Kung ang mga members ng normative ay kusang sumali o nag-volunteer, sa coercive organization naman, ang mga members ay sapilitang sumali. Wala silang choice kundi sumunod. They forced the members to join as a form of punishment para sa mga prison, but ito ay treatment para sa psychiatric. An example of coercive organizations are prison, second is psychiatric wards, and the third is military units. In prison, the membership is not voluntary. Inmates are stripped of their belongings, forced to wear identical clothes, and are identified by number instead of by name. There are strict rules and prison guards present at all times to enforce them. So, yung mga prison na yon is wala silang choice kundi sumali, and yung pinapagawa sa kanila is gi-force lang sila, and yun ay serve as a punishment. And for psychiatric wards, also the patients did not voluntarily join the institution but were forced to do so. Kung sa prison, yun ay punishment, sa psychiatric wards naman, ito ay nagsiserve na treatment para sa kanila. Why military units is an example of coercive organization? It is because the entrance is usually voluntary, but you cannot exit the organization without formal permission. Members have to wear uniforms that are similar and have to follow a chain of command and a strict set of rules.